We are watching Delia Over the Water. This is her butterfly, commentary by Coach Chris. We're going to run it through once in real time so we can see the flow of her stroke. Delia has worked so hard on this stroke, and this is a really, really clean stroke. Of the videos today, this is probably the best one I've seen. Now we'll watch underwater and see if we can nitpick anything, but above water, she's doing all the things we talk about. There are some videos that are very, very easy because you have to really figure out what not to talk about. Here, it's going to be hard to figure out what to talk about because I see a lot of the stuff we've been discussing in practice. She's executing, she's been practicing for a year now, and her fly just looks great. So we're going to start off and just kind of go through this, the above water really quick, because she doesn't make a whole lot of errors here. She's really, really got a strong grasp of these fundamentals. Here you can see her exiting, pinky out. She's sweeping across the surface, keeping those pinkies up, getting that head down. Really, really, really good job of just sweeping. Here at the Y, she starts flattening those palms out. This is something that a lot of kids don't do. And they kind of try to, if they're learning to keep the pinky up, they force it up and they keep it up the whole time. Delia's flattening out real nice. She's got a real strong kick. Look at that rise in her hips from the drive of her kick. That's just, everything she's been working so hard on is just really clicking. Her stroke's really coming together. I don't see any glaring timing issues. Her breath is getting up nice and early. I mean, you can see on her stroke, we'll bring it back. I mean, this is exactly what I talk about. She's getting her head up way early. I mean, she's already starting that breath, and her pull is only at halfway. She's getting the hands under her body, just like we talk about, pushing all the way through. You know, the only thing I could say is maybe a little less sweep, a little more straight back. Push through just a little bit. Push all the way through the back, because right now she's kind of sweeping out to the side a little early. It's not massively mistimed. She's just doing it a little bit. But as she gets tired, it's going to break down, which means she's going to start sweeping earlier and earlier, and it's going to affect the power she produces on her pull. But really, she's close to right where you'd want to see. So she's not far off on that. That's one of the few things I can see that we can nitpick. Hitting at the surface. Now she's closing the wall, closing the window. She's letting that arm collapse. That's one thing we will talk about. She needs to keep that body away from the wall. Keep that space open so she can get her feet to it. But again, even her turn. Knees are coming under, rotating, dropping back. That's very solid. Nice glide. I'm going to ignore this flutter kick because I realize she's getting videotaped and she doesn't normally do it a lot, but I want to point this out. I thought I saw it somewhere. There it is. There it is. The feet came apart. Nice glide. Good kick. I mean, that is pretty much the biggest thing she can focus on because everything's looking really, really good above the water. Just trying to pull through a little bit more. You can see where she's exiting the water. See how her arms are already kind of sweeping out away from the body. You can see that angle here. What we really like is that Michael Phelps arm coming out of the water straight back. Connect this with the body. You know, just a lot more of a closed angle. Push all the way back and through, and then sweep. But the mechanics are definitely there. And above water, that butterfly is looking really, really good. Let's critique it underwater now and see if there's a lot we can look at to get a little more power out of that stroke.